What I would like to do today is the full moon. So I'm going to take you out onto the beach. We have to be in the full moon to do this, the earth peace meditation. We will do the earth peace meditation by the ocean and then we'll come back. When I'm working with you, when I'm giving you time, the spiritual energy that is being poured forth or released from the oversoul, from the consciousness of the master to the minds of the disciple, whereby the minds may be washed. Because the minds come in the way of the splendor of the soul. The splendor of your soul is covered by the mud of your mind, to put it directly. The mud of the mind is the negative mind, the fidgety mind, the undecisive mind, the thinking mind, the mind which is fickle, which does not come to the direct master for its solution, but goes on the hearsay of other people, the rumor-mongering mind, the fickle mind. A person or disciples who are steady in their own strength, they don't waver, because they know that the master is shaking the apple tree, and the guys who are flimsy will fall off, and the guys who remain will be the guys who will, they fit. Not that those guys who've fallen off are bad, but they can't make the journey across the ocean with a leaking boat of disloyalty. Disloyalty is a huge hole in the boat. You have to be firm, you have to be loyal and strong. This is what is important. And the more you relax, that's what I'm saying. How would you like me to serve you? If you would like me to serve you to the maximum as a server of humanity, then you must relax your subconscious mind. It can't happen immediately. Like if you get a cramp here and you say, go, stop, relax. It won't relax. You say, hey, I'm telling you to relax, and yet you're getting more and more and more. Subconscious mind is like that. But then after some time, it relaxes. Within a few minutes or a few hours, depending on how much tension or load you're carrying, how much emotional baggage you're carrying, which makes your mind very stiff. And this creates a resistance barrier. All of you who are here with me have 100% open mind to me. Aye?
Aye.
But your subconscious mind is open only 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%. Can you please light up the back? I can't see the people in the dark. So you have to learn to take it, but you can only take it if you relax your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind has a repression barrier of the limbic system. The limbic system is a repression barrier. You know, the repression barrier is like water become ice. Water is very fluid, it doesn't harm, you can dive in it and all. But nobody dives in ice, right? That's going to be serious, because many a boat have sunk. And if you don't want to sink your boat, don't dive on ice. By this I mean, don't try to force apart the resistance of the limbic system. The limbic system is worked upon by the master in the night. The limbic system, your emotional barrier, your emotional traumas. There are many, many, many mini traumas which form the coral reef in the turbulent ocean of your mind. I have to dissolve the coral reef, and not only the back ocean and the ocean this side can mingle. This is done that when you sleep in the night, that's the main time I do the work. This is just playing around, you know, with toys. Main work is done because I cannot explain that work to you. But many have experienced it as you will experience it. And that is a very important factor which I have to tell you. So, as long as your limbic system and the emotional traumas are not dampened, I have to dampen the the limbic system. The moment your limbic system and your emotional resistance and your mental resistance and stress is dampened, then my healing energy can go forth and do its work. Now do you know why Gurunath works in the night when you sleep? Because your egos don't come and ask me stupid questions. Yes. Because how can I, tell me one common thing. Can you explain something that which is beyond the mind with the mind? Nay. So you have to explain beyond mind with something like Shivapath. Aye? How many know what Shivapath is? Raise your hands. Oh, sorry. How many who don't know Shivapath? Raise your hands. So this is the first time they're coming. So you will know that. That will be given. Where the consciousness of the master quells the ripples of thought and the mind of the disciple and makes him stand aside to know that he is the Atma and not the body. He is the living spirit, the soul and not the body. So to some people have total faith, they come and the system is automatically relaxed. They dampen the limbic system. And therefore, some people get healed quicker than others. That is the reason. I had one case in Delhi, and I think you know that person also. So she went into this state, and then she got this phase of schizophrenia, and it went on for about almost 6 to 8 months. They intervened, I intervened with this. When I did this cure, her faith was so total that when I started, in 21 days or 15 days, I think it was 15 days, there was a total cure. She threw away her medicines and this thing. Not that you don't have faith. She was very new, so she had no baggage of past. And the limbic system was dampened. So when I dampen your limbic system, your emotional trauma, your emotional stress, when that barrier is dampened, then my healing energy can seep into the deeper layers of your consciousness. Into the deeper layers means into the mind of past memories, recalled memories, total recall. I have to give a total recall. Do you know what a total recall is? Have you all seen that movie, Total Recall? You haven't seen the movie Total Recall, Schwarzenegger's movie? Well, in that they couldn't get to total recall, but they made a good effort. When you go back, first on the surface, when I have to work with you, are your frivolous thoughts. And sometimes the thoughts are so stupid. You all know that, and why you laugh? Because you're doctors, PhDs and directors and this and that. But you have some thought, somebody is there and you're dreaming and a man comes in front of you, he has a mustache and you burst out laughing. Why? We don't know. And then there comes a big fly onto the table and it turns into a tablespoon. Huh? What is this? Is this my mind? These are fragments of my mind which are totally unrelated and they are stupid. How does a horsefly connect with a tablespoon? And then I'm sipping my cup of tea and somehow that I hold a jug of wine and I'm pouring the wine in a wine glass. This is what happens with frivolous thoughts because they are disconnected and not tied up. There's no tie-up, there's no logical sequence. All of you must have had these thoughts. Aye?
Aye.
And if we relate some of the stupid thoughts or dreams we had, we'd be laughing here. We'd have a whole laughing session. So at the surface what we work off is the frivolous thoughts. They have no connection with one another and they can just be wiped off. Now as I talk to you, the vibrations of my words will wipe out those frivolous thoughts. The vibrations of my words will wipe out those thoughts, provided you're open and receptive and you sit like a child of 5. Drop all inhibition, drop all armor, be a child of 5. Don't listen to me. Drink me. Don't listen to me. Absorb me. Don't listen to me. Be me. You know why I'm using these words which are too deep and which are direct? We're telling you to do something because there are no words for the spiritual experience, nor for the words which are the work that I do. So after I finish this first stage with you, which is already done with all of you, there are deeper layers behind the mental and emotional traumas of the limbic system, which are thought forms. Now these thoughts become coherent and they connect with one another. From the chaos of frivolous whirlpool of thoughts, there becomes a cosmos. There becomes an organized pattern of thought, which is called a thought form. An organized pattern of thought is called a thought form. Now the thought form is something which is a connected thought with a form. The house by the beach, by the French Riviera, the coconut trees, the beach, and the waves coming like white-maned lions. The waves rush at you as if to attack. The white-maned lions, the furious ocean, and coming like white-maned lions rushing at you as though to attack. And as you stand your ground, those white-maned lions, the waves, slowly subside and gradually slow down and come trickling at your feet to be humble from their arrogance. The arrogant wave is humble. This is the destiny of all egos. Your ego is like that, like a wave.